Welcome back to English Everywhere, the podcast designed to make your English learning journey smoother and more fun. I'm your host, Alice.
And I'm Bob, your guide to navigating tricky English conversations.
Today, Bob, we have a really practical topic. Moving. Whether it's moving house, moving cities, or even just moving a piece of furniture, talking about it in English can bring up a lot of specific vocabulary.
Absolutely, Alice. Moving involves a lot of planning, asking for help, and describing things. If you only know the word move, you might struggle to express yourself fully. We're going to unpack the language of moving today.
That sounds fantastic. Where should we start? Maybe with the basics of announcing you are moving?
Let's start with the core vocabulary. The verb is to move, but when we talk about changing residences, we often use the phrasal verbs to move out and to move in.
Could you explain the difference simply, Bob?
Think of it like a relay race. Moving out is leaving your old place. You are emptying it. If you say, I am moving out next Saturday, it means you are taking your things and leaving your current home on that day.
Okay, leaving the old place. And moving in?
Moving in is arriving at the new place and setting up. It's the start of living there. So I move into my new apartment on Sunday. You are beginning to inhabit it.
So move out, goodbye old place. Move in, hello new place. That's clear. What about the logistics of the actual day?
That's when we talk about the actual transportation. The key vocabulary here is packing and unpacking.
Packing, like putting things in boxes, right?
Exactly. You pack things into boxes, suitcases, or crates. A useful related term is packing materials, things like tape, bubble wrap, and sturdy boxes. When someone asks, how is your packing going, they want to know if you are ready to go.
And the opposite.
Unpacking. That's when you arrive at the new place and take everything out of the boxes to put it where it belongs. If you say, I've been unpacking for 3 days, it means you are still organizing your new home.
I often feel overwhelmed by unpacking. Now, who helps you move? This is where friends often come in.
Yes, we often ask friends to help us move. If you are asking for help, you might say, could you give me a hand with moving this sofa? Or you might ask them to be a mover for the day.
A mover sounds like a professional. It can mean a professional company. I hired professional movers.
But casually, among friends, you can jokingly refer to them as your moving crew or your helpers. A very common, polite request is, are you free to help me move some heavy boxes on Friday?
That sounds like a perfect structure for a question. What about the big items, like a couch or a fridge?
We often use the phrasal verb to haul or lugs for very heavy things, but for simple communication, to carry works fine. If you are describing the process, you might say, we need to carry the dresser down 2 flights of stairs.
2 flights of stairs? That sounds tiring just thinking about it.
It is. Now, let's talk about the actual stuff you are moving. The general term is belongings.
Belongings, like my things?
Yes. All my belongings are now in storage. Storage is important too. Sometimes you can't fit everything right away, so you put things in storage. This can be a professional unit or just a spare room at a friend's house temporarily.
So if I'm moving to a smaller apartment, I might need to use storage. Let's review the vocabulary so far. Move in, move out, packing, unpacking, belongings, and storage.
Excellent summary. Now let's look at conversations you might have before the move. You often need to tell landlords or utility companies.
Utility companies? Electricity and internet?
Exactly. When you move, you need to arrange for the services to stop at your old address and start at the new one. You would say, I need to schedule a final meter reading for my electricity bill, or could you transfer my internet service to my new address?
Transfer service. That's a great phrase. What if you are breaking a lease? That sounds complicated.
That involves the term lease. A lease is a formal contract for renting. If you have to leave before the contract ends, you might have to break the lease. You would need to say, I have to move early, so I need to discuss breaking my lease agreement with the landlord.
That sounds serious. Let's focus on something more positive, describing the new place.
Perfect. When you talk about your new home, you might use words like cozy, spacious, or cramped.
Cozy means small and comfortable, right?
Yes, like a warm hug. Cramped is the opposite, too small for all your things. Spacious means large and roomy. You could say, my new living room is quite spacious, so we can fit the big sofa easily.
And what about setting things up?
We use the phrasal verb to set up. You set up the internet, you set up the furniture, and you set up your new workspace. For example, I spent all morning setting up my new office.
This is so useful, Bob. Let's imagine a short dialogue happening right now. Maybe I'm calling you for last-minute help.
Great practice. Let's try it.
Hi, Bob. I'm in a bit of a panic. I'm moving out tomorrow morning. Could you possibly come over this evening to help me load the last few heavy boxes? I still haven't unpacked the kitchen yet, so I'm overwhelmed.
Oh, dear Alice, don't worry about the kitchen. That can wait until you move in. Yes, I can definitely come over tonight to help you load. I'll bring my truck. Should I be there around 6 p.m.? We can get those heavy boxes out quickly.
That would be a lifesaver. Thank you so much for being my mover.
Anytime. See you at 6.
Wow, that felt natural. We used moving out, heavy boxes, unpacked, and the friendly term mover.
Exactly. Remember, English for moving is often about phrasal verbs. Move in, move out, set up, and pack up. Don't be afraid to use them, and always ask for help politely using phrases like give me a hand.
This has been incredibly helpful, Bob. For our listeners, remember to practice these key terms this week. Maybe even practice describing your own home using words like cozy or spacious.
Fantastic advice, Alice. Next time you are packing those boxes, you'll have the perfect English phrases ready to go.
We'll wrap up there for today. Thank you so much, Bob.
My pleasure, Alice.
And thank you for tuning in to English Everywhere. Join us next time for more practical language tips. Goodbye, everyone.